What's going on? It's your boy Justin Allum, aka Justin Case, aka the white boy from the 772. I'd say awkward white boy, but I don't think I'm that awkward. Anyways, started off, this is a new series that I'm starting along with my vlog that I'm doing for one of my classes here at UF. We're going to throw along a video every week if we can, all surrounding the hip-hop world regarding some album reviews, some breaking news, maybe some upcoming rumors, stuff along that line. So I'm excited to get this started. First video of the series. I've had some people, at Gray that, have wanted to, include a video with these articles. So here it is, first one, as well as it's required with the assignment, so that's part of it. But without further ado, we'll get this started. The topic of this week's blog, Drip Harder. Lil Baby Gunna dropping their new tape last week. Had a little time to sit on it, listen to it a little more. What are my thoughts? What did I think of it? Any standout songs? This is a tape that we can listen to down the road. What's the future for Lil Baby and Gunna, in my opinion? That's what we've got on deck with this show. So we'll start it off. Drip Harder, 13-song EP, 13-song tape, featuring two Atlanta artists, both on the label Quality Control, Gunna and Lil Baby, outstanding upcomers in the game. Both, I would say, XXL snubs last year, I would say, with this 2018 list. Definitely two artists that probably should have gotten on that list that were overlooked at the time, and now I think that they finally are hitting their stride and getting to where they need to be. Gunna especially, I think that he is one of the most slept on artists in the game right now. Don't at me about that. I think that many people can agree with that. People who have at least listened to Gunna over the last couple months can agree that he is probably one of the more slept on artists. He's come up on the scene. Big hits like Car Sick on his last tape, Drip Season 3, including that. He's had the verse on Yosemite, which is a very well-known Travis song, obviously. So Gunna is very capable of delivering bars when you need him to, and if you're trying to get what I'm saying, like, he's just very slept on, and he's someone that I believe should be higher in the game than he is right now. As for Lil Baby, came onto the scene, basically bursted, I would say. He had My Dog before Yes Indeed blew up with Drake. I think that really helped his career out a lot. Since then, he has just been tearing it up, in my opinion. That last album, I believe, off the top of my head, I can't remember if it did sell 100K. I'm trying to remember. I think it was very close, around 80 or 90. May have gotten to the six figures. I'm not quite sure on that one, but regardless, Baby killed it with his album that he dropped last time. Had a bunch of bangers on it. Life Goes On comes to my mind first, the one with Uzi. Baby just has not missed lately, and he's just been on fire. And when it comes to this tape, I don't think that they missed, really. A few songs that I thought could have been left off. Overall great. I gave it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was a very solid tape. It was just, from top to bottom, it was very solid, very consistent, and it's something that you expect from these two. We go back to their collab history. Sold Out Dates, the big one that jumps off the screen. That's Gunna's song officially, but Baby with a big influence on that track. And that's been one of my favorite songs in recent months. That song has been on repeat a time or two, and there's a bunch of these songs that really have the chance to go on repeat for me. Standouts, obviously, off the top, Off-White V-Lone is a very popular one in my opinion. Belly, I think, was good, had a nice flow to it. Underdog, I thought that Baby killed his part on that. One of my favorite middle of the album songs. My Jeans with Thug, it's always going to slap. Thug is always going to drop something, and it's always going to be listenable for the most part. Obviously, Drip Too Hard, charting in the US top 50 on Spotify last time I checked. That song's a banger. It's not going to change because that song has just been absolutely insane over the last couple of weeks. And then the last standout, the last song on the album, obviously, Drake comes onto a track, and he's going to give you some bars, and he's going to be a killer in a feature type. Never Recover, I would say, is a standout for me, mainly because Drake kills his feature. I think that he kind of overkilled it compared to Lil Baby and Gunna's parts on that song. I think if Drake doesn't come in with his verse, I think that that's one of the songs that we could probably push away and not say is a standout. Personally, I think that song is great because of Drake, not Drake fanboying. For those of you who know my taste, I am not a fan of Drake most of the time, I would say. So that song was saved by the Toronto artist. So overall, I did give this tape an 8 out of 10. I thought it was a very solid delivery, a great collab, in my opinion, something that you don't see often, especially with artists coming together for a whole 13-song tape. I thought that these two combined really well. I thought that their flows were the same as they've always been. Gunna did his thing. Flex, Lil Baby dropped some lyrics that you were just like, oh, you sat back like, wow, he really said that. So I thought it was a great tape, great collab tape. And like I said, I maintained and given an 8 out of 10. I thought it was a solid first listen. Then I listened back to it again. I was just like, here's the songs that I'm gonna put on my playlist, and we'll go from there. We'll see if we come back to the other ones. But as for replay value, we mentioned it. It's the whole album, whole mixtape. In my opinion, doesn't grant replay. Some of the songs, obviously, the ones that I mentioned for standout, Off-White V-Lone, Underdog, My Jeans, Trip Too Hard, Never Recover. Those are going to be your ones that you have on your playlist and that you can put on repeat, in my opinion. Have I put them on repeat recently, personally? The only one I've put on repeat is Drip Too Hard. The other ones I feel like have potential to somehow be cycled on my phone, but right now that is the only one that comes to mind that I've listened to consistently over the last week. I would say Carsick is still on repeat. Gunna absolutely slaps on that. And then Nav, one of my underrated artists. I believe that song is a true masterpiece. I'm not even kidding. Like, that song is just absolutely insane. Shout out to my boy Mako for putting me on that tune when he first introduced me to Gunna. And ever since then, the fandom for him has just skyrocketed. I'm excited for November when he comes to Tampa with Travis and Trippy and Sheck West. I am begging to anything that will help me get the money for those tickets. So that's going to be a great tour. But yeah, that's it. Album review for Drip Harder. My opinion, 8 out of 10. Bunch of standout songs, a bunch of potential for repeat value, and nowhere but growth, in my opinion, for these two artists. Lil Baby and Gunna continue killing the game. They're on top right now in Atlanta. They've got the help from QC. Those guys running that label, they just have it on lock right now between Migos, those two, Lil Yachty, like that. They're just killing it out in Atlanta, and props to them because I hope they keep killing it because they just keep dropping great music. So next topic you guys want me to talk about, comment in the comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm Justin. Out.